Naomi loses clean to Bayley, she needs that Uno reverse card. Lei Ying Lee, aka WWE Xia Li, makes TNA debut. Saraya in this brutal street fight match. Is her neck okay? Stephanie Vaquer makes her first official NXT appearance through Zoom, and J-Lo chokes Sabrina Carpenter. Welcome everyone to Ring the Bell. This is DS and this is your Women's Wrestling Weekly. I am back. I'm sorry I've been MIA. I went back to Korea to spend time with my family and actually just completely logged off from wrestling, kind of a cleansing in a way. And I'm supercharged, excited to talk wrestling, and let's head right into SmackDown. So we had this pretty big SmackDown episode, Bayley versus Naomi for the WWE Women's Championship spot at Bad Blood against the champion Nia Jax. I honestly thought from the whole double pin situation we might be getting a triple threat match, and that's why Nia was so mad. She was so mad she was choking Sabrina Carpenter backstage. No, she thinks Tiffany Stratton ruined her chance of getting rid of Naomi or Bayley from SmackDown, and she also got humiliated by getting pinned, so she choked her princess Tiffany Stratton, and Tiffany was like so cute, like, Nia, I'm sorry, I was hurt.
Please. I was hurt.
Let her go, she's so innocent. And Nia says if this ends bad for her, it will end really bad for Tiffany. Yeah, that got really heated. I wonder if Tiffany will be turning babyface from this. Anyway, back to Bayley versus Naomi match. Both entrances amused me because they played damage control video for Bayley with Bayley's ongoing feud with WWE graphic team. Then Naomi decided to entertain us again with this Uno inspired gear. I love her, but why is she playing me like this? Like, why Uno? I guess she did explain it in this tweet, but who is giving her these ideas, huh? But anyway, doesn't even matter because the match was incredible and Naomi was on fire here. She was super hard hitting here. Heel kick and the Enjigiri went really hard. I even loved their like friendly moment in the beginning, Bayley stopping herself from punching Naomi because they are friends. I am getting PTSD from the kendo stick match, but whatever. And at the end, Bayley hits Bayley to belly and flying elbow back-to-back finisher to pick up the win from Naomi, and I really thought Naomi might be heading to Bad Blood, at least in a triple threat fashion. So it did really hurt to see her getting pinned here. Clean defeat. And backstage, Bayley apologizes to Naomi, but Naomi says it's all good and Bayley deserves this. And then Tiffany comes to annoy Naomi, booking the singles match between the two next week. Honestly, I hope Naomi loses this too and she freaks out and turns heel from this, because who else wants Naomi? Anyone?
You ain't sorry.
Anyway, I am very satisfied. Then we got Piper Niven versus Mitchin match. I really did not realize that we were building for this big Chelsea versus Mitchin dumpster match. I don't know what kind of match this is, but I'm here for it. It was funny that Chelsea brought out this trash can with her, which apparently smelled really bad according to the commentary. But whatever Chelsea's plan here was backfired, as Piper ends up cannonballing herself into it, with Mitchin picking up the win, hitting an eat defeat on her. I loved it. This all builds to Chelsea versus Mitchin in this gimmick match, and honestly I'm so excited for it. And I also love that Mitchin is getting, like, how do I say this, like 2 pre-PLE SmackDown big stipulation matches in a row. I'm here for it. I love it for her. She totally deserves it. I'm very satisfied. And on Raw we got Lyra Vaquer versus Zoe Stark, and did Zoe have like a slight character change, because she's acting like she has some espresso triple shot right before the match. I do like it though. It gives a bit of a unhinged rabies vibe. And also, where is Natty and Zelina? This match was pretty standard, and at the end, with PF Chang members distracting the referee, Sonya knees Lyra, letting Zoe hit Z360 to steal the win. Post-match beatdown, and who comes for the save? It's the returning Katana and Kaden, which I don't think the crowd realized that this is their big return from the injury. I hate to say, this match was fine.
Good. Not bad.
I just feel like the women's tag division is going in circles. Like, this is the same stuff we saw 3 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago. But what did I like? Backstage, we see Katana all fired up. She looks awesome in that bedazzled face mask she stole from JC Jane or Carmella. Is there like a sisterhood of traveling bedazzled face mask in WWE? But yeah, the party girls definitely needed this. They need some fire, the ruthless aggression, and she was bringing it in this promo. And she says the tag team championship will be coming back to them, only for Alba and Isla eating at the catering to be like, wait, there's a camera going on right now. They're like, the tag titles are ours, bye. And they walk away. Also, you might not know this, took me seeing them in real life to realize this, but Alba and Isla are hella tall. So I'd honestly be so here to see these two teams clash, because Katana and Kaden will look like they're climbing the trees. By the way, I just saw this USA Network tweet calling them party starters. Please don't. Then we got this Liv Morgan Rhea Ripley situation. Liv comes out with a Judgment Day and she calls herself the greatest women's champion of all time. Then Rhea Ripley comes out to say how excited she is to beat Liv Morgan at Bad Blood, while Dom, who's apparently super claustrophobic, will be stuck hanging on the cage. And Rhea is so generous, truly a mommy Teresa. She generously even plugs Dom's new merch. He's toilet paper merchandise, saying that he can use it while he poops and pees himself in the cage, which I'm guessing Dom will get the royalty for. I'm honestly fearing for my life that I'll stumble upon a photo or video of someone using it because wrestling fans can be that crazy. But also imagine if Dom is pooping and peeing from up in the sky. That would be a real wet and wild match. Anyway, we get this brawl per usual. Rhea trying to put Dom in the cage. I gotta say it was a pretty good brawl. Yeah, I was okay with the segment. I really hope they put on a banger at Bad Blood. But with this goofy stipulation, I'm slightly worried for sure. Is Raquel gonna return to side with Liv? But really this storyline kind of peaked when Dom turned on Rhea because that was a whole intrigue behind it, right? I think we desperately need something else to escalate the feud, get people excited again. And I'm not sure if Raquel coming in, kind of just continuing that Rhea is super dominant, but Liv has all these help from Judgment Day, and now Raquel is gonna do anything to this feud. And we get this Damage Control promo where they challenge Bianca and Jade for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Again, tag division has so much going on, but also so little going on at the same time. It's kind of weird. Bianca and Jade are hosting Bad Blood, by the way. They better be bringing out Megan Thee Stallion or Cardi B, because why are the tag champions just hosting the PLE, not defending their titles? But I really shouldn't be complaining because Samantha will be dragging me too. I'll shut up, sit back, and enjoy. Yeah, this Raw was really weak, and this is the last 3-hour Raw of the year. I am a bit worried for the women in the new 2-hour Raw format, so hopes and prayers. So NXT with Kalani Jordan versus Ren Sinclair NXT Women's North American Championship match, and Ren is accompanied by the No Quarter Catch Crew boys. This match overall was fine. It's Ren's first big match, I'm guessing, and she did fine. But I wouldn't necessarily say she wowed me. Maybe I wanted a little more shenanigans given that she's so good at her character work with the NQCC. What stood out though was this wild twisting splash from Kalani to the outside that looked a little ouchy, and Ren accidentally taking out her boys with a top rope crossbody, and at the end Jordan hits a spin kick and split-legged moonsault for the win in 10 minutes, defending her title. This match was again fine.
Good, not bad.
And NXT TNA weirdo partnership continues with Wendy Chu and Rosemary, and they take on the team of Carmen Petrovich and Brinley Reese. And by the end of this match, Ashanti the Adonis comes out with a flower, with Carmen yelling at him, "Why are you out here?" letting Rosemary hit a move called As Above So Below, a cradle DDT for the pinfall win in 4 minutes. Yeah, I don't know what the big plan is for Wendy and Rosemary. They have so much potential to create this, I don't know, crossover mythical universe, but I don't know if NXT or TNA will ever go there with these two. I'll keep praying, and I don't know what's going on with Adonis, but I'm intrigued. I'll say this match was fine.
Good, not bad.
Backstage, NXT GM Ava brings both Lola Vice and Jada Parker into her office, and they immediately try to badass each other. Then Ava says the two will have to team up together to take on Fatal Influence next week, and they absolutely hate this idea. I do like this because Lola, since turning babyface, has been too vanilla, and we need that sriracha back. So I'm glad that here both Jada and Lola can be fan favorite babyfaces, but still be very spicy. And we close the show with this huge NXT Women's Championship press conference. Roxanne Perez and Giulia. This was pretty fresh, pretty cool. I think they even got some press members, or at least a stage, they were having some press members to ask questions. I am a bit mixed about this whole segment though. This live press conference format puts this match on a pedestal, making it feel really, really important. Again, they made some fresh choices, having the reporters there, getting fan questions online. On the other hand, and I'm saying this as an ESL myself, a non-American, Giulia has mad charisma, but English really isn't her strength, and they keep putting her in these speaking roles from the Punk segment and backstage segment to this. Now, I don't think the present WWE product requires cutting promos in English with subtitles being available and whatnot, but with the live audience present, things get a little more complicated, especially here when they do the What chant and the USA chant with all that. I did really love Roxanne mixing reality with her heel persona, saying that she's a huge Giulia fan and she watched and studied all her matches. And then the ending was really cool. Stephanie Vaquer zooming in to ask the last question for this press conference. It was a really cool choice. So I think ultimately I did like this segment, and I'm very, very excited about this championship match. Moving to AEW, on Dynamite Grand Slam, we got AEW Women's Championship Mariah May versus Yuka Sakazaki. Mariah continues to absolutely slay with her presentation. Her gear here looks amazing. I also love that Mariah is adding new moves to her already solid arsenal. That high-angle German suplex was a thing of beauty. Yuka is fun to see in the ring. Her rolling pin was a really cute moment. And here, Mariah picks up a pretty easy win with the Storm Zero. And post-match, she's celebrating, being all super into it. And then she's like, something is missing. And it's so funny, so meta, because fans are also feeling the same. Something is missing, and that is timeless Toni Storm. The door is definitely not fully closed there, and we are still craving for another tango between the two. And to quench her timeless thirst, Mariah tries to attack Yuka post-match, and Willow comes out for the save. And while the two was having a face-off, Mina Shirakawa comes out, distracting Willow, letting Mariah land a cheap shot on her. And Mina's all like, wait, that's not what I intended. What is going on? What is going on with the evil Mariah? Saraya. Nobody really expected Yuka to win here, but I did like their little mini feud they had for a little bit. Willow versus Mariah feud that they teased here could be great, but honestly, I'm way too distracted by Mina and Toni Storm. These are where the juicy storylines are at, and everything else she's doing seemed kind of like a filler situation. Mina versus Mariah, let's freaking go, and then we can go to Toni versus Mariah, whatever. I'm actually really excited to see what Mina will do. We didn't even scratch the surface with that storyline, but the match here was fun. I'll say satisfied. Then on Rampage, we got Anna Jay's triumphant return from Japan. She did a backstage interview before this match saying that she grew so much in Japan and how the women's division looks a lot different from the way she left it. And I'm like, she wasn't gone that long. So she has a match here with Robin Renegade, and it is, I kind of feel bad saying this, but I didn't feel like I seen that much of a difference. I'm sorry, but it was giving like spot to difference realness. Her presentation was the same, her moveset felt generally the same, and the thing I was most excited about from her time in Japan is if she'd pick up some of that strong style intensity. That aggression is something I felt like I needed from Anna Jay for a very long time, and I think, I don't know, I felt it, I definitely felt it, but I just feel like I need it tenfold. Again, I feel kind of bad saying this, because I'm sure this was a life-changing experience for Anna Jay, but what we saw here was fine.
Good, not bad.
Then we got Willow Nightingale versus Taya Valkyrie match with Willow picking up a win following a superplex and the Babe with the powerbomb. The match was fun, but I'm more intrigued about Taya and Deonna partnership situation. They're coming up with this stable, I think she's calling it the family, giving the Godfather vibes. So yeah, after this loss, Deonna tells Taya needs to put the family first. Who can be in this stable with Deonna and Taya? This could be really, really great. Like AEW has so many stables, but we don't have women's stable. This match was fun. I'm satisfied. And on Collision, we got this huge match, Saraya with Harley Cameron versus Jamie Hayter in Saraya's rules match, which basically means Saraya can do whatever she wants, including Saraya can have Harley with her in this match, but Jamie cannot have anyone to aid her. And this was a street fight match because AEW loves street fight matches, and they added one more rule to the match right before the match started, and that Saraya has to slap Hayter first to start this match. And this match gets really chaotic with Saraya just throwing this VCR set right into Hayter's face. Yeah, the VCR. The weapons choice here was like truly hectic. Is this why Jamie has been dressing up as a retro Velma lately? We got this really fun situation where Saraya pours a bunch of toy cars onto the tables, then Saraya chair shots Jamie, sending both Jamie and Harley that was behind her into the tables, and we see this crazy bump where Jamie drives Saraya into the table, which is like, is this okay? Are we all good with Saraya's neck? I think that uneasiness definitely added to this match, because at the end, Jamie was on a full-on attempting a murder mode, tombstone pile driving Saraya, and as if that wasn't enough, she pulls her up again just to put wild haterade right into her neck to defeat her in 8 minutes. We've been seeing a lot of street fight matches, especially on AEW, so it's kind of hard to stand out, but I think this, with Saraya's health history and the whole buffoonery of the Saraya's rules match, it definitely stood out. I will say I'm satisfied. Moving to TNA Impact, we got tons of knockouts action, which is a really, really good sign. We first start out with the Wendy Chu and Rosemary versus Jordan Grace and a mystery partner with Ariana Grace announcing Sol Ruka as Jordan's partner. And before TNA crowd has been like, who? To some of the NXT people they brought in, they were so red hot for Sol. And how can you not be? She's so exciting in the ring. She's a big rising star for sure. Jordan and Sol here had really fun chemistry as a team. And at the end, Sol hits beautiful Soul Snatcher at Rosemary, followed by Jordan's Juggernaut Driver. But Tasha Steele's run down to attack Jordan, ending this match in DQ. And as the three heels are beating down the baby faces, Masha Slamovich, who's now a new babyface, chases off the heels, and it was really good seeing crowd really reacting well to this new babyface Masha. Overall, the match was short, only 4 minutes, but it was packed with goodies. I had a lot of fun. I'm satisfied. Then we got the debut of WWE Xia Li, now named Lei Ying Lee in TNA, and she faced Hyen in her debut match. I'll say great presentation. TNA did a really good job. She looks so badass here, and she showed her signature martial arts striking moves here, and she takes out Hyen in a spinning heel kick named Thunderstruck for the win in 4 minutes. I'm really excited for her run in TNA. Still, one of my favorite run of her is that one random week she got both the match with Becky Lynch and the NXT Women's Championship match against Lyra, and that tea drinking segment with Lyra was really, really cool. On top of that, how Becky made her kick look so deadly in a span of like, I don't know, like 2-3 weeks or so. So I want to see more of that in TNA. I think TNA can definitely do it. And lastly, we got the newcomer Heather Reckless versus Xia Brookside. So this follows Heather wanting to join Ash by Elegance, and Ash comes out here looking super cute with this cowgirl illness. She comes out to watch Heather here, and this was really fun match with Zaya acting a little bit heelish for some reason. She was taking out all of Heather's extensions. I don't think I've ever seen so much hair extensions flying everywhere in the match. Extensions everywhere, and Heather's so short, but extensions so long. It's kind of funny. And at the end, Ash distracts Zaya, letting Heather drag her into the rope, and she hits Ash's finisher, Rarefied Air, for the win in 6 minutes. That was a really fun match and really fresh. Excited to see this partnership between Heather and Ash. It feels like a really good pairing. It's giving like the DNA, it's giving Dana and Mandy, but this time Ash is the head in charge. I'm very satisfied. And that is it for this week's Women's Wrestling Weekly. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you can also check out all our reviews and interviews on our podcast. I'm also going to pick the winners of the review contest. So if you haven't yet, please leave some reviews and I'll pick the lucky people that will bring the action figures, WWE action figures too. And you can find me at DSN on Instagram and Ring the Bell DS on Twitter. And I'll see you next time. Bye.